Good morning, my dear lovely students. Let us look at this question from JEE Advanced 2004. This question is from Magnetics chapter. So let's first analyze the question. So he's saying that there is a wheel of radius r having a charge q. So this is a wheel and the radius of this wheel is capital R and there is charge q on the wheel. You can see these blue spheres here. I have represented the charge by these blue spheres and this q is present on the wheel. This charge q is uniformly distributed on the rim of the wheel and is free to rotate about a horizontal rod. So you can see here that the charge is distributed uniformly on the wheel and this wheel is rotating about the horizontal rod which is there here. The rod is suspended by light inextensible strings. So you can see here that this rod is suspended by light inextensible strings and the magnetic field B is applied as shown in the figure. So you can see there is a magnetic field B which is applied upwards as shown in the figure. The initial tension in the strings are T0. So initially when this was not rotating, the tension in the string is T0 and T0. If the breaking tension of the strings are 3 T0 by 2, which means if the tension in this exceeds 3 T0 by 2, it will break. So this string also, if the tension exceeds 3 T0 by 2, the string will break. Find the maximum angular velocity with which the wheel can be rotated. So with what maximum angular velocity can this wheel rotate so that the strings do not break? Let's first analyze why could the strings break if the angular velocity of the wheel is increased. If the wheel is rotating in this direction, we can say that due to this charge also rotating in this direction, there is a movement of charge. So we can say that there is a current which is there going in this direction. So this is a current carrying wire and the current is moving in this direction. So this loop, the magnetic moment of this loop will be in this direction and we can calculate the magnetic moment. I am writing it as capital M bar here and this would be the direction of the magnetic moment. It is given that the applied magnetic field is in the vertically upward direction. So I am taking the applied magnetic field in the vertically upward direction. We know that the torque on a current carrying loop placed in a magnetic field is tau bar equals to M bar cross B bar. So M bar is in this direction, B bar is in the upward direction. From right hand thumb rule, you can find out M bar cross B bar will be in this direction, perpendicular to both M bar and B bar. I have not put any strings here, just notice that, so that you can analyze what would happen if this ring starts rotating. Okay, so let's start rotating the wheel. So when the wheel is rotated, it rotates about this axis because there is a torque along this axis and you will notice that this part of the rod starts moving down. If there was a string here, this string would have been pulled down. Okay. Similarly, this part of the rod is going up, which means this will push the string a little up and the tension in this string, which could have been here, will decrease and the tension in the string which was here will increase. Now when this tension increases to 3 T0 by 2 and a little more than that, the string will break. Let's look at this from the front view and see what would happen if these strings here were not attached to the rod. Let's again roll the wheel. You can observe due to the rotation, this string here will be pulled downward, so the tension in this one will increase, and this string here is being pushed, so the tension here will decrease. So the string which could break would be this one. Now in reality, what will happen is that this rod will not be moving like this, as the strings are firmly fixed to the rod. I am just showing you this to analyze why the tension in the string will increase. Let us now move on to find the value of the maximum angular velocity at which the string breaks. Initially, when the angular velocity of this wheel was 0, it was given that the tension in these two strings is T0. Now, as this wheel is in equilibrium in this direction, we can say 2T0 must be equal to the weight of the wheel. Now, as the angular velocity of this wheel increases, we have discussed that this tension in the string increases and the tension in the string decreases. But as this wheel is in translational equilibrium in this direction, we can say the sum of these two tensions must be the same, which is equal to 2T0, which is nothing but equal to the weight of this wheel. Now slowly we have increased the value of omega, and at one particular omega, the tension in this string becomes 3T0 by 2, which is the breaking tension. When the tension in this string is 3T0 by 2, the tension in this string must be T0 by 2, as the sum of these two tensions must be equal to the weight of the body, which is nothing but 2T0. Next, as this wheel is in rotational equilibrium, let us equate all the torques on this wheel. We have discussed the torque due to the magnetic field on this ring is in this direction. So we are writing this as the torque due to the magnetic field. It was given that the distance between these two strings is d. So from the wheel to this string it will be d by 2, and from this wheel to this string it will be d by 2. Let us find the torque due to this tension. So the torque due to this tension on this wheel is R bar cross F bar. Okay, and by right hand thumb rule we can say that it will be in this direction. I have represented the torque by this pink color, which is due to this string, and the value will be T0 by 2 into D by 2. Next, the torque due to this tension force, so that is R bar cross F bar, it will be in this direction. You can get it from right hand thumb rule, and the value will be 3T0 by 2 into D by 2. As this wheel is in rotational equilibrium, the sum of these torques must be equal to 0. So the net torque is 0, so torque due to magnetic field plus torque due to tension in one string plus torque due to the tension in this string must be equal to 0. The torque due to magnetic field is mb sine theta, which is nothing but m into b into sine 90, as the angle between m bar and b bar is 90 degrees. The magnetic moment is nothing but current into the area, which is pi r square, into the magnetic field B. The current that is there due to the moment of charge is nothing but charge by time. So that time period is 2 pi by omega max. As the wheel is rotating with omega max, we are writing omega max here. So the current constituted due to the wheel rotation is q omega max by 2 pi. We will take this equation as 1, okay, and this tau magnetic, this equation as 2, and I this as equation 3. Now we will be putting 3 in 2 and 2 in 1, which means we will substitute I value in this equation, and torque due to magnetic field will substitute in this equation. So when we substitute 3 in 2 and 2 in 1, we get this equation. Next we will take these both to the RHS, and we get q omega max r square b by 2 equals to T naught D by 2. So the final answer we get as omega max equals to T naught D by Q R square B. So I hope you were able to understand this question and also visualize it. I will sign off here and let's again meet in the next video. Till then, keep the wheel rolling.